Okay, hey everyone, so I'm going to be showing you how you can create a virtual machine on Azure. Once you've created your account, you've logged in. Now you might want to change some settings. Here you can click the cog icon and then you can change the appearance and you can change how you want the menu on the side to be. So for example, this menu flyout or docked, I'll keep it docked. Then the theme, you can keep it and change it how you like. So I'm going to keep it like this, and you can also change what appears when you first go on Azure. So I'll apply the change and that's okay. Okay, right, so if I want to create a virtual machine, I can look on the side and click virtual machines over here, or I can search for virtual machines up here. I'm just going to click over here and then I'm going to show you how you can create a virtual machine. Okay, so a virtual machine is a resource on Azure, and through the creation of a virtual machine, it's going to create many resources. So we'll click virtual machines like we did, and then we'll click the create virtual machine option, and then this flyout comes up. Over here, what you can do is, remember I spoke about resource groups. So a resource group holds different resources and it's just a logical grouping. It doesn't actually do anything apart from it lets you logically group, and then you can apply certain things and permissions which get inherited because of the hierarchy in resource groups to resources, etc. So I'm going to create one, or you can select one which you already have, and I'm going to say is it 900 demo as the name. I'll click OK, and then the virtual machine name, this can be whatever you want it to be. So I'll say demo virtual machine, and then the region. This region will be perhaps where's closest to you if you want it to be really responsive, or you can just have it wherever you want. So North Europe is perhaps the cheapest in Europe, so I would choose that. And then availability options. We can leave all of this as standard. The version of Windows you choose, you can also choose Windows 11, and you can use different operating systems or images for your virtual machine, but I'm just going to keep it as the default. And then the size, this is configurable, and there's different naming conventions for virtual machines. For example, you have the general purpose VMs, which are the D size or the B size. You have compute optimized, which is F. You have memory optimized, which is E. Storage optimized, which is LSV. GPU, which is N. H is high performance computing. And you can see all of these in this list. So that if you did want to change the size, but for this purpose, we'll just keep it. This one over here, which is £58.22 a month. Depending which region you're in, you will probably see a different currency. So if you're in America, you have dollars, Europe, you have euros, etc. And then over here, this is where you put in a username and password. So I'm going to have Salman, and then I'll put a password in. This password and username is going to be what you use to log into your virtual machine. Okay, and now what we have is an inbound port. So we have RDP3389 so that we can use remote desktop connection in order to connect, right? We can go ahead and choose allow selected ports. You have your inbound ports already. If you would be doing this in production, you wouldn't normally have this port open. You would use something like Bastion, or you would have a jump host. But in this case, for demo purposes, we'll keep it like this. Then you can confirm if you have the Windows 10 license. You can go ahead and click next for this. We'll keep everything here default. Networking will keep as the default. Management will keep everything as default. Auto shutdown, you can change this to whatever time you want, but this normally is really good to have, because if you forget to turn off your virtual machine, it will turn off by itself and you can have a notification. You can go ahead and click next. You can also click next again. And then this is tags. Now remember I was talking about tags. Tags are basically metadata which you add to the resources or resource groups or subscriptions so that you can better identify them later. You can filter them, you can see your cost based off tags, etc. So in this case I'm going to say, because this is a demo, I'll say demo value 1. Now this could be whatever I want it to be. It could be potato if I want. And I can add other tags as well. So I can say Salman created this. I can say AZ900. Again, this doesn't have to be one. You could say instead of saying something like this, I could say owner is Salman and things like this, right? So it's up to you how you want to deal with your taxonomy. And then I can click next for review and create. The only thing I changed outside of the basic settings were just adding tags. And you can see if we scroll down the tags which get assigned after the creation. Now if we click create, it will go ahead and start the deployment, and then you can see all the resources get created one by one over here. Okay, once your deployment is complete, you can click go to resource or click up here, and there you go. You can see your virtual machine has been created alongside the tags have been added as well. Okay, so this virtual machine is what we'll connect to. What we can quickly do is check our resource group as well. So our resource group contains no tags. Like upon creation of the resources, it gets assigned to just the resources and not the tags. I can add them if I wanted to, or create some new ones. But over here are the resources which get created alongside your virtual machine. It has the virtual network, it has the network interface card, the IP address, network security group, and the disk. Remember, I was saying when you create a virtual machine, other resources get created alongside that so it can run. This is that. Okay, so we click back into the virtual machine and we can just simply connect. Either take this IP address and you put it in here, so I can copy this to clipboard and I can connect like this, or what you can do is you can just download this RDP file by clicking connect RDP, then download, then open that file and click connect. The same thing happens. I click more choices instead of logging in here because this is logging in with my MSA or Microsoft account. Again, I do not want to choose this. I click use a different account, and remember I chose a password and username before, so I will type that in now. And then you will get this pop-up, click yes, and it logs into the virtual machine on Azure. I can go ahead and click accept, and there you go, I have my virtual machine. As you can see, I can launch everything as if it's just a normal computer. You can go ahead and resize this. If you want to make this all fit in the window, you can right click over here, do smart sizing, and it will automatically resize when I drag this. Okay, great, so that's your virtual machine. I can go ahead and stop when I want to shut down the virtual machine, and the IP address will not be reserved unless I tick this. So next time I start it up and I haven't reserved it already, I need to download the RDP file again or find out what the new IP address is and then connect. So that is how to create a virtual machine on Azure. I hope this was useful for you and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.